Hello, my name is Kamini Desai, and I'm the Executive Director of the Amrit Yoga Institute. I've spent the last 30 years helping people master the inner dimension of their lives. I wanted to give you a little introduction to a little bit of energy anatomy and a sense of the underpinnings of the Amrit method of yoga. So over here we have a picture of the energy system of the body, which you probably recognize the chakras. And in the center of the chakras, we have this central channel called the Shushumna, which when these two sides of the energy system, the Pingala and the Ida, are in balance, energy moves to consciousness. So Pingala and Ida, think of them as two sides of a battery, the positive and negative pole. What the yogis say when these two are in balance is that energy is optimally able to power and feed the system, and that third thing is created. When Ida and Pingala come into balance, that Shushumna channel is able to open up and energy begins to move up towards consciousness. Just like a battery that's balanced between a positive and a negative pole, the battery works well, the same is true of our physical body. So first and foremost, I wanted to point out something to you that's really interesting, and that is that this Pingala side, the plus side of our battery, is the active side. It's like our sympathetic nervous system. It's our doing and our action, and that's the plus side, and it corresponds to sun energy, the making it happen energy. And the other side of our battery is called the Ida side. And this is more associated with the negative pole. It's our receptive energy. It's when you let go of all the tension. And it has to do with more of our moon energy. So another name for sun, or corresponding to sun, is Ha. And corresponding to moon is Ta. So this is really interesting because you might recognize these names as Hatha Yoga, which is essentially designed to balance our inner Pingala and Ida nadis. And when these two are in balance, the body enters an optimal state of energy flow, and therefore we are in the best position to experience optimal health. But not only that, when these two, Ha and Ta, are in balance, this is when the Shushumna opens up. This is where all that energy that's feeding the body is now also able to make the journey back to its source nature. So the basis is physical health, but as the foundation for the inward journey back to source. In Amrit Yoga, the way that we practice Hatha Yoga is exactly through active and receptive. So in the first half of the pose, we dynamically do the pose. We practice willfully entering into the pose, but minus the reactive, competitive, struggling mind, because that's going to use all our energy. Instead, we enter consciously, we enter willfully. We're using the best of the plus side of our pole. And in the second half of the pose, we actually stop and we feel the effect of what we did. So if this side is the tension, this is the relaxation. This is the Ta part. So we practice the Ha in the first half of the pose and the Ta in the second part of the pose, where you just let go and feel the energetic effect of what you just created here. And when these two come into balance through the Ha, the dynamic action, and the deep relaxation, this is where energy begins to drop us into deeper and deeper states of meditation. All the energy released after each pose, we feel the effect, and that energy, boom, it drops us towards silence, and a little bit more towards silence, and a little bit more towards silence. And what you will find after each Amrit Yoga pose is that you will be more and more connected to that silent space within you. You will be connected to the source within you. Even though your body is in motion in this balance of Ha and Ta and Ida and Pingala, you will be more and more connected to the silent space behind. I hope this will interest you in trying out Amrit Yoga, such a powerful practice for balancing our Hatha, getting our health, and our spirituality in alignment.